Michaela?
Yeah, I'm here.
I'm curious, Michaela, are we getting any specific questions? I would love to answer specific questions for folks. If not, I'm going to definitely let you come on because these folks want to.
Yeah, we'll get some specific questions here in just a little bit.
Okay, great. So this is a future cast that I want to show real quickly, and then Michaela's coming on board. So here's another computer model that actually shows a significant rain ending by 10. I don't think that's necessarily going to happen, but occasionally, Michaela, I like to focus on the other side. I mean, we will get through the other side of the storm.
Exactly. Yep. We just got to wait for that to pass through. All right. This is a current look at satellite and radar of where Hurricane Ian is at the moment. So places like Fort Myers, just to the south of Sarasota. Sarasota getting some very heavy rainfall right now, just on the outside of the eye of that storm. Some of the heaviest rainfall rates coming from the area just to the south of Sarasota. So a little bit of a zoomed in look. We're getting a little bit of thunder and lightning. That does tell us that this is a strong storm that's passing through. Other areas you might have know about Venice as well as Port Charlotte. It is those areas are getting very heavy rainfall. Rainfall rates estimated to over 1.25 inches per hour just from some of these heavy rainfall areas. I wouldn't be surprised if some local spots seeing even more rainfall than that. So we'll continue to watch this develop, but it is a slow moving system. This is over the last hour and you can see it's barely gone anywhere. It's only moving at about 9 miles per hour. So it is not a very quick moving system. Let's get a look at more of our local area. We're starting to see some of those rain bands pulling into our far southern counties. So places like Orlando, they are seeing a pocket of heavier rainfall, and then that rain just starts to become a little bit lighter in nature. Yes, it's still widespread, but it's not quite as heavy as what we were seeing for some areas in South Florida. All right, this is a closer look at our southern counties. Palm Coast, you're starting to get some of that heavier rainfall. St. Augustine, just a few pockets there. Rainfall rates, though, let's compare it to what we were talking about just before. We're seeing less than 1/4 inch per hour. Remember, we just looked in South Florida, they were over 1.25 inches per hour. So much less rain for our area right now, but be aware that is going to pick up over the next several hours. A zoomed in look at Duval County, widespread showers across the entire region. If you're going to be out on those roadways, be aware not only is it going to be wet for today, but we are also dealing with very gusty winds starting to spill into our area. And this is just the beginning. These are just the first outer bands that are starting to spill through. We have got a lot more on the way for the next about 24 to 48 hours. Our counties in southeast Georgia, places like Waycross, Brunswick, you are doing all right now. Mostly just those cloudy skies, occasionally gusty winds, but haven't seen a whole lot of wet weather in your area quite yet. This outer rain band, though, it is on its way to your area later today. Rainfall total amounts, let's talk about it. Our far southern counties, you're going to be seeing the most rain. Places like Flagler County, this model is saying you could be seeing anywhere from 10 to 14 inches of rainfall accumulation through the end of the day on Friday. And then that starts to taper off a little bit more as we head further off towards the north. But be aware, this is just what a model is saying is going to happen. We're going to have to continue to update the forecast over the next 24 to 48 hours as we see that rainfall maybe increase, maybe starts to decrease a little bit. We're going to have to continue to stay right on top of that forecast so we can watch that threat for some flooding. We also got to watch out for those winds. It is going to be very breezy out there. So hurricane force winds, that doesn't come up till about 74 miles an hour. So we're not going to be close to that. However, tropical storm force winds, correct me if I'm wrong, Tim, 39 miles an hour, correct? That's what we need. And you can see this model here, places like Mayport, St. Augustine, well above that as far as those wind gusts go, according to this model. Continuing into the day on Thursday, waking up Thursday morning, all of us at that tropical storm force winds of 39 miles an hour or greater. So very gusty on Thursday morning, continuing with those strong winds throughout the day on Thursday, carrying over into Thursday night as well. This model is saying in Jacksonville, wind gusts of 50 miles an hour possible, bumping that up to some spots maybe even close to 60 as well. We're going to get a quick look at what our tropical alerts are. We've got tropical storm warnings for the counties you see there in orange. That's including Duval, Nassau, St. Johns, Clay as well. And then we've got tropical storm watches out for the counties you see there in yellow. Now we also have storm surge warnings for the areas you see there in pink. We're going to continue to watch that flooding threat throughout the day today and into tomorrow as well. We'll be sure to keep you updated on air and online for the next several days. You can just head over